India is often known as the world's largest democracy, and in its 75 years of celebrating independence, the Indian Council for Cultural Relations organized an event which was known as Next Generation Democracy to showcase India's democracy to young leaders across 75 countries. In the inaugural batch, delegates from Bhutan, Sweden, Jamaica, Tanzania, Sri Lanka, Poland, Uzbekistan, and Malaysia were included. 19 delegates from 8 democracies explored the rich heritage and culture of India from 25th November to 1st of December and also witnessed how one of the largest democracies in the world has been successfully functioning for the past 75 years after independence. In an exclusive interview with the Malaysian delegate, Tharma Pillai elaborated his experience about India's rich democratic tradition and India's unique stories that needed to be appreciated on the world platform.
Hello everyone, my name is Tharma. I'm the delegate from Malaysia. The experience of visiting all these key sites in India, I think gives me and many of the delegates a more complete picture about the culture, about the history, about the uniqueness, and I think most importantly about the story of India, the story of democracy, the story of your culture. I think these are things that are so beautiful, right? And I really appreciated being able to learn from Indians directly, and also by visiting these sites, so I can witness it immediately instead of just reading it in a book. So I think these are very important stories because part of the narrative or the story of India must be told to the rest of the world, right? Because there is such a compelling narrative, such a compelling story of India itself. Yeah, but I think not many people know these stories, and it's so unfortunate. Or these stories are told in a way that is not fully representative of the realities in India. So I think these sort of programs and initiatives are so good, including, of course, the lessons that we learn, but more importantly, the visits that we have, right? Because we're able to witness it ourselves.
Tharma further shared his experience about the event and how the Next Gen Democracy event has helped them to understand India in a better way.
I think I'll be very honest, because Malaysia is a very close partner of India. So we have a long trading relationship. We have strong bilateral ties between Malaysia and India. And even for us, we always watch Bollywood movies, Tamil movies and all that stuff. So I think in terms of recognizing and understanding a lot of Indian culture, I think that's something that for me personally, I've already had a decent understanding of. But one thing I really appreciated was to understand the thought process and the decision making, especially with the government right now, in terms of certain steps that they take in terms of decentralization, in terms of trying to fight corruption, in terms of trying to make sure that the economy of India is more vibrant, and trying to make India's economy grow. I think these are key steps that I wasn't able to appreciate fully until you come here and you listen to the perspectives. And I think, and of course, we also had the opportunity to meet many ministers, many members of parliament, many members of the MLA, right? And of course, many other leaders. So when of course, they will tell us one story, but the best thing is that we can ask them questions back. And I think it's through these question and answer sessions that we have a more complete picture about the public policy process in India. And I think that part you don't really get by reading newspapers, right? So I think it's more of a personal experience.
So we are moving towards a digital era. So how do you see democracy shaping in social media?
I think this is one of the biggest challenges that you face, because part of social media is the term is the democratization of the voice. Previously, it's only the media that can control who gets to say what. It's normally politicians that have access, rich people that have access. Now everyone has access, everyone has a voice. But this is a good thing and a challenging thing, right? Where you have marginalized voices, minority voices, people who are underrepresented are able to speak up. This is a good thing. At the same time, you have negative voices, harmful voices. You have weird voices sometimes. You've seen anti-vaxxers, flat earth, all these kind of conspiracy theories also have been getting a voice out there. So I do think that part of managing this digital era is going back and having a perspective that government does not know best. You must trust the people, and in order to trust the people, you must educate them. You must make sure that they have culturalized democracy and they have culturalized critical thinking. This is something that's very important, and that's why I think as we move forward towards the democracy in this social media era, I do think that we will have to, like it or not, we will have to go through the real essence of democracy, which is every citizen must be an active citizen in our democracy and they must be responsible. I think this is the challenging part, but it must be done, and I'm sure India has the belief and the philosophy. It's just a matter of working and implementing these policies.
For more such exclusive content, stay tuned to PBNS.